Hey everyone, it's Lumi here, and today it is very cold. It's very cold where I'm at right now, and kind of rainy. I figured I'd take a nice long, cold, rainy walk. Well, it's not raining right now, but it rained earlier, so everything is kind of got that dampness, that glistening, post-rain look. But anyway, hope you all are doing well. I had sort of a okay day today. Not so great, but just okay, I guess. I don't know. I've just been looking at the news a lot lately and seeing all this stuff that's going on in this country is kind of got me in a mood. Feels like we're going kind of backwards in some areas. I saw something that the 13th Amendment is getting reformed. So people who were born on American soil no longer have citizenship. It's they have to go through a long, arduous process to become a citizen, even though they were born here. I don't know, the whole thing kind of rubs me the wrong way. It just feels very, feels like they're putting up all these guards and these extra things that have worked fine for many, many years and that many people didn't have a problem with, but now all of a sudden it's a problem. I don't know, it just doesn't make sense. But yeah, I just worry that we're gonna just see a runaway government, or not really a runaway government, but a leader who thinks he can just do whatever he wants and acts like a king when it's supposed to be a democracy, and it just feels bad. But yeah, I don't like talking politics too much. I'm not trying to make this a political video. I just, one of the things that kind of wasn't so great about my day, just being exposed to all that. I can only look at the news in small bursts, I can only tolerate so much of it, because after a while it just gets it just drains me, and I don't know how people can just look at the news all day long, I knew people who would always have it playing in their house, just in the background, or in their apartment, and it's yeah, you don't have to be constantly watching the news. Most of the time they're just repeating the same things over and over and over again. So I don't know, it's I'm a big believer in you gotta be careful what you feed your head, and I have plenty of flaws. That was creepy. There was a head in a window, or what looked like a head in a window here. But anyway, yeah, no, I have plenty of flaws, and like today, like that was one thing. I fell into that trap of just like looking at the news for way too long, and it like kind of killed my mood a little bit. But I guess I'm also just like stressed out about my job prospects. I mean, so many of you have come out and said like, oh, you got to change your tactic up. So I've sort of right now taken a little break. I'm not actively applying to jobs anymore because I want to move pretty soon, like within like the next 3 to 4 months. I want to move cities. So I'm hoping I can, really get back into the swing of things and make looking at, for a job, my full-time job once I move cities. But I'm going to take you guys up on your suggestions, which have been to start applying directly on the company websites, which is something I haven't really been doing. I've only been applying through LinkedIn. And I've only gotten like a handful of interviews, so clearly that's not working. So I'll just have to like change up my strategy, I think. But yeah, some of my older friends keep reaching out to me, and I've kind of been blowing them off. I don't feel good about it, but I'm really not in the mood to talk to them right now. Because, I don't know, one of my friends like said something really weird to me a couple months ago, and it was just like flat out blatant disrespect. And this is not like, I wouldn't say we're like super close, because we haven't been talking or like gaming like a lot often or recently. And out of nowhere he just like hit me. He like hit me up, and it was like he was trying to like be like jokey and funny, but it just came off as just like flat out disrespectful. And I was like, okay, like why are you acting like weird? Why are you acting goofy? Like, and I don't know, it really threw me off. And I don't know if he's like going through something, if this is like his attempt to like try to rekindle things with me or like what. But if you're like trying to, like, am I crazy? Like, if you haven't spoken to a friend, I mean, like, let's say you used to be really close friends with someone, right? And it's been like 6 months and you really haven't talked that much at all. Maybe like you've sent 1 or 2 messages or like 1 or 2 memes back and forth, right? But like really haven't talked. And out of nowhere they just like hit you up with like a really like a joke that's like, like you're the butt of the joke, basically. It's like, would you want to reconnect with someone like that? Like, after not talking to them for months, they're like trying to hit you up, but like at the same time they're like making fun of you. It's like, no. I'm not here to just take disrespect like that. Like, if you want to be my friend, like, you're gonna come at me with respect, period. Like, friendship is all about mutual respect. And I'm getting to a point where I'm so done with like fake friends and fake relationships, or like I'm done with people who are insecure about themselves and they like rub it off onto you. Like I'm just so over that stuff. And so I don't entertain it. Like, and I'm sorry if that makes me like a bad person. I personally don't think it does. I mean, I guess the one thing I could change, I guess, is like being more communicative about it, right? Because right now I'm just like I'm not saying anything. I'm just like, I guess, ghosting, if you will. And I don't really advocate that, but I don't know. It's like, if you were a true friend and you wanted to like rekindle things, you wouldn't be like a jerk about it, like coming out of nowhere and just like being a jerk. Like, that's just weird. That's like weird behavior. And I'm not gonna stand for it. So I don't know. My whole thing right now is I'm looking for just peace, you know? I want peace in so many aspects of my life. Like, I want peace in my personal relationships. I want peace in my romantic relationships. I want peace in my job, right? I think people nowadays, like, they don't understand the value of peace. And yeah, that might like end in like a kind of boring lifestyle. But I've done the crazy stuff, like, and look, it's not worth it. Like, yeah, maybe it's fun when you're young, but I'm getting older now, and like, I'm just not here for it anymore. Like, I'd much rather just like have a nice night in, or just like, you know, just have like relationships that are just chill and there's no drama. I don't know. It's it's kind of funny now that I like hear myself saying it out loud, but I think peace is very undervalued today. But yeah, I'm sticking to it, you know. I'm sticking to my I think I hear owls. Usually when I take night walks, you hear crickets like crazy, but I guess they're all like underground, or they're like burrowed somewhere. Because it's so cold, you know. I think bugs have a really hard time in the cold. But yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you think. Like, how should I handle this? Like, if you've ever dealt with someone who used to be like your really good friend and then out of nowhere just started acting different. Like, man, it really does suck though. Like, if you've known someone for like a really long time and they kind of like switch up on you, yeah, it hurts, you know. Like, this isn't what I'm going through, isn't like how would you say, like, it's not painless for me either, you know. Like if it was someone I barely knew, then it'd be like, okay, get the get out of here. I don't need to deal with your BS, and I'd be over it. But when it's someone you've known for 10 years, then it's hard, because then it's like they've been a part of your life for almost like the majority of it, but life is about growing, growth, and many times with growth there's growing pains, and you all know that I deal with like confidence issues and like self-worth stuff. Like I've been trying to figure out how to like be better about that my entire life, and sometimes making the right decision for yourself are the hardest decisions. Yeah. That hit. That hit kind of deep. But anyway. Ooh, my fingers are getting cold. I need to put my phone in my pocket and my hand in my front hoodie pocket because I am freezing. But I'm gonna wrap this up here. It's getting kind of long. Leave me a like, as always. Like this video if you like it, dislike it if you dislike it. Let me know in the comments what you think. Seriously, again, if you've ever been through something like this with like friends or a relationship or whatever, family even, let me know in the comments how you handled it. I know no two stories are alike, but there are some similarities that I think we can resonate with. And if you enjoy this sort of content, consider subscribing. I would really appreciate that. So anyway, I hope you guys have a good night, and I'll see you later.